Hey guys, welcome back. So today I have another shampoo product of the week for you. After this, I plan to move on to things that are not shampoos because I'm using so much stuff at this point. It's just getting overwhelming. I'm like, can I just use the good stuff I want to use instead of trying new shit for a second? That's kind of where I'm at on it. So yeah, we're not going to do another shampoo after this week. Not for a little bit. Not saying we'll never do it, but we're gonna chill on the shampoos for a minute. But I wanted to knock out all the shampoos that I got at I want to say Groomer Expo. That's not what it's called. It's called Atlanta Pet Fair. So if I say Groomer Expo, I meant Atlanta Pet Fair. So the last of the shampoos that I bought from the Atlanta Pet Fair that I haven't shown you yet is called Groomer Essentials. Now, Groomer Essentials is a Love Groomers brand. I have some thoughts on Love Groomers I'm going to talk about in a second, but basically the equivalent, what I would compare the Groomer Essential brand to is the Bark to Basics that Groomers Choice has. It's the purple and green one. I think it's Groomer's Choice. Bark to Basics or BarkBox is that thing with the toys. That's the subscription thing. But you know what I'm talking about? The Bark to Basics. I'm pretty sure it's Groomer's Choice that has that, but it's basically, quality wise, it's very close to Tropiclean. So the Groomer Essentials, I looked it up on Love Groomers. It is $33 for a gallon. It's very, very affordable. Definitely a good one for a high volume shop, a daycare, anywhere that you don't really care. When I say you don't care about the quality, I mean that in the nicest way possible, because I'm going to go ahead and say right now, I don't think they're shit products at all. Do I think there's a lot of better stuff on the market? Absolutely, way better. But the price point makes it a little bit different, because even Botanica is about $10 more per gallon. So if you are truly a shop that's spitting out a ton of dogs, the Groomers Essentials does make good stuff. But let's get into Love Groomers first. Because since this is a Love Groomers brand, the only place you can buy this from is Love Groomers. Now, I don't shop with Love Groomers anymore. It is a bummer because Sam is actually the one that gave me this stuff at Atlanta Pet Fair. These samples were free. I didn't have to buy them, but I don't think they did that because I'm doing this stuff. I think it's, they were just giving them out. So Sam is a doll. I love him. He has always been super amazing. I remember back before I did videos at all that, I would order from Love when it was just him that was in charge of everything. And there was a couple times that things they were out of stock on something, or maybe something was coming late with my order and all that, and Sam would call you personally and get it all worked out for you. For example, when I ordered my Andis clipper, I think I had ordered pink, the hot pink, and they were out of it, and he called me directly and was like, look, here's the colors I have, or I can get you the hot pink one. You know what, they weren't out of them. He had told me that they were at a groom show, and he sent all the hot pink ones to the groom show because they were just a big seller. So anyway, Sam was amazing, and when it was just him that was in charge, I loved Love Groomers. I would order from them all the time. Now, Sam sold the company, but obviously he's still working with them because, like I said, he was the one at the Love Groomers booth that gave me these Groomer Essentials thing. But let me tell you why I don't shop with Love Groomers anymore. So about maybe a year ago, yeah, I guess it was almost exactly a year ago, I placed an order with Love Groomers, and I ordered about $300 worth of things. And so I placed the order, they took $300 out of my account. The next morning, I looked at my account and I was missing a lot more than I expected. So I went to go see what happened, and Love Groomers had actually double charged me for everything. So we're gonna say, my total order was $300. And I saw the transaction for $300. And then there were 3 additional transactions that their totals did add up to $300. But they were also, they said Love Groomers on them. and it was for an additional $300. So Love Groomers had taken $600 out of my account that I had no access to. Like, it was gone. If I had bills or anything that I needed to pay that day, that money was out of my account. I could not access it. So I'm like, what is going on? You know, kind of freaking out because I've never purchased anything from any company and had been double charged before. So I called Love Groomers to figure out what's going on, because at this point it's still pending in my bank. So my bank couldn't really do anything. The bank can't do anything on their side until it posts to your account. So it wasn't posted yet. It was still in like limbo basically, but it was withdrawn from my account. Okay. So I called them. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Da da da. And they're like, oh, we didn't do that. I'm like, excuse me? And so, well, so first I didn't know why. I was like, I thought there was just like fraud transactions coming through. Because originally I don't think I realized that the 3 additional transactions added up to that $300. I was just like, I made one purchase and now you guys are charging all these small amounts to my bank. And they were like, oh, no, we're not. I was like, what? They were like, no, we didn't do that. I was like, it's right here in front of my face. And they're like, no, we have your order number and we only charged you once. And I was like, but it's right here. They're like gaslighting me. I'm like, but you did charge me additional. I was like, it's taken from my account. So then they were like, the girl I talked to, she's like, oh, I'm going to go ask somebody and I'll call you back. So she calls me back and reiterates again that they didn't double charge me. And I'm like, but the problem is that the money is missing from my account. So I literally, like, when I tell you I had to go through and I had to make this lady add up, I was like, okay, so $300. I was like, this is what my sale was. I was like, you see that? And she's like, yes. And I'm like, okay, now you guys charged me $49.58 here. I was like, do you see that? And she's like, no. And I'm like, okay, well, it's on my end. And I was like, and it has your name on it. I was like, so what's going on? And finally, after I think 3 or 4 phone calls and probably 2 hours of my day wasted, they finally came back and said, oh, well, what happens is Love Groomers has multiple factories all over the place. So let's say you order some Hydra, some Chris Christensen, I don't know, what else do they sell? Happy hoodies, whatever. You order all these different things. Well, this factory has the Chris Christensen. This factory has the Hydra. This factory has the Happy hoodies. So they initially take out the $300. Now, when each of those individual factories has your shit and they scan it, they charge you again. Now, in the end, it did roll off. But so keep in mind, if you make a $600 order, you could potentially have $1,200 taken out of your account and held until everything is processed and gets to you. Because I had to wait until every package showed up on my door to get all of my money back. That is ridiculous. If I had had a van payment, insurance, my assistant, anything like that, I would not have had access to over $300. So that to me was a pretty big issue. So I don't buy from Love Groomers. So before I even talk about the products at all, I'm going to go ahead and throw it out there that I will not be buying these products regardless of what I think about them, because I won't buy anything else from Love Groomers, because I just didn't like that they basically gaslighted me for like 2 hours. And then finally, when we came to the conclusion, all that they could tell me was that it should roll off. That was the answer I had by the time I was done with them, was that it should roll off. Anyway, so that being said, I got 2 products from Sam at the Love Groomers booth, and he was awesome. He let me smell everything, which you guys know I'm all about smells, so I thought that was really cool of him. Everything smelled pretty good. I want to say the D-Shed though may have smelled like vanilla. Or there was like one I remember I really didn't like, but whatever. Smells are objective. Like, just because I don't like a smell doesn't mean it's bad. It's just that's not the smell I like. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, but I would say that all the smells were nice. The facial shampoo was definitely my favorite of the 2. I will say it does like leave the coat a little bit squeakier, clean feeling than I would prefer for a facial shampoo. And I know that sounds like a little weird, but it makes the hair feel a little bit drier than I would prefer, which makes me feel like the ingredients are a little bit harsher. The ingredients are listed on the bottle, which is a plus on their end. And like I said, they are very comparable price-wise to the Bathers Bark to Basics. I think it's that one. I don't know. Y'all all call all the shit the same things, then expect us to remember all these names. Come on. So anyway, like I said, very comparable to that. I did like it for faces. I liked that they have a facial that's not blueberry scented, because you guys know how I am about the blueberry scented. And that's no shade at all to the blueberry girls. Like, the blueberry smells nice. Like, I don't think it's a bad fragrance, but I don't prefer fruity fragrances. And the blueberry shampoos, like, the facials all, like, seem to clean just fine and all that. So it's really just a smell preference for me with the blueberry. There's nothing personal. Like, it's a good product. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just, I don't like blueberry facial. I wish they'd make more variety of scents for facial shampoos, because not everybody likes blueberry, you know? So either way, I appreciated that Groomer Essentials facial was like, it's like a fresh scent. It's not like, I don't know, it smells fresh and clean. It's really nice. If I was, like I said, if I owned a daycare or any high volume grooming shop, this is probably like what I would lean towards. Especially, like, I like the facial. And I also got the berry scented shampoo. I think this one is more supposed to be like an all-purpose shampoo. And that's kind of how I've used it. I've been throwing it in if I have a dog that's a little bit extra dirty, just because it smells really strong and cleans really good. But again, like, this is not, I would not use that on, like, my Shih Tzus or any, like, my haircut dogs that I want, like, a nice finish on. It's really just good for, like, your de-shed dogs. They didn't have, like, a ton to their product line. Like I said, I really think this stuff would be ideal. Like, I used to work at Camp Bow Wow, and this is, like, the kind of shit I would buy for Camp Bow Wow. It's, like, $30 a gallon. Little goes a long way. I think they were all 16-to-1 dilution ratio. And I mean, it's just gonna get your dog clean and smelling good. It's really nothing fancy, but it's not trash either. Does that make sense? Like, it's just, it's up there with Tropiclean. It's fine. It'll do the job, but it's not like the best of the best. Like, if you're quality, I don't want to say it like that. That's rude. I don't want to say quality groomer, but if you're like somebody that likes the like bougie aspects to your grooming, like you like the Hydra eye groom, whatever, you're gonna hate this stuff. I'm not, maybe not hate it, but I don't know, use this on your bath dogs or, like, you know, your cheaper grooms, I guess. I wouldn't use this on your, like, high-paying customers personally, but that's just my opinion. It's a decent product. I think they did fine. Love Groomers, if you're watching, I really wish you would work on that whole shipping issue, because nobody wants to be double charged for what they're ordering. That's just ridiculous. We have bills to pay. Come on, get it together. I don't know what that's about. No other company I've ever seen does that, so maybe, hopefully you fixed it by now, but I don't know. Somebody let me know. Are they still having issues? Because last I saw, Love Groomers is still having issues. And if y'all don't fix that, you're going to definitely probably take a hit market-wise. Because they were, like, the big place to order from for a while now. And I've seen issues with people getting stuff fucked up and having trouble with their customer service. And, yeah, I don't think I was the only person double charged either. That one really messed with me. And what messed with me more than being double charged was the gaslighting and telling me that it wasn't going on. Like, I'm telling you, it's I think I actually did screenshot my bank statement and send it to her and showed her where they had 4 transactions and there was supposed to be 1. I think I literally had to go to that extent, because they were just, like, trying to gaslight me into being like, that's not happening. You're making it up. Triggered. So anyway, Love Groomers, get it together. Come on, we can do better than this. And yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Try out Groomer Essentials if you're willing to take the risk of ordering from Love Groomers. Maybe just pick it up at a trade show. I can't say. But yeah, I love you guys. Thank you as always for watching. I don't get, maybe this was controversial, but I don't think so. Come on. This is just like facts. These are the facts of what happened to me, and that was bullshit. Love Groomers. Fix that shit. All right. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.